The US Food and Drug Administration, or the US FDA, it seems set to get even more stricter in India. Not only are they in talks to expand their operations here in India, they're also making surprise visits to manufacturing plants, it seems. Priya has been standing by to tell us what the US FDA is up to. Priya.
Well, the US FDA is finding an increasing number of instances of manufacturing deficiencies as well as data integrity issues in Indian manufacturing plants. Now, the regulator seems to be adopting a very proactive approach as far as Indian pharma companies are concerned. Now, sources tell Bloomberg TV India that after Delhi, Hyderabad and Mumbai, the regulator plans to open an office in Chennai, and it also plans to increase its number of food inspectors from 12 to 19. Now, it also seems that the drug regulator has adopted a very different approach as far as checks are concerned, and these surprise checks are conducted giving Indian pharma companies a 2-day notice. Now, the motive behind these surprise checks is so that Indian pharma companies are compliant with the regulations set by the US FDA.
While the US FDA, Priya, has been expanding its operations, getting more stricter about inspections and so on, what is the Indian regulator doing?
Well, the Maharashtra FDA, on the other hand, is feeling that, they also need to change the structure because they are feeling pressures as far as checks by US FDA are concerned. They are conducting an increasing number of checks at increasing frequencies at Indian manufacturing facilities. Now, sources tell us that the Maharashtra FDA is looking at adding more than, the present 150 inspectors. So, they plan to add about 20% more than the 150 present at now. And they are in the process of getting approval from the government for the same. So clearly, I had a chat with Mr. Mahesh Zagade, the FDA Commissioner of Maharashtra, on if they are looking into the negative reports that the US FDA is putting out. Let's listen into what he had to say regarding this.
It is not the Indian units, they are not non-compliant. It is the units working all across the globe, they are also non-compliant in certain instances. But I would say these are the instances, this cannot be a systemic failure. These are some of the aberrations somewhere. Yes, pharma industry outside the USA and India is considered to be one of those very robustly developed and established kind of establishments. We are also in the process of upgrading it to the level of international compliant regulations. If you consider Maharashtra specific regulations, we are enforcing the regulations under Schedule M for the process compliance in the state, and I think if you compare the country, we are better compliant. There is always need for improvement. The new process to be adopted, inculcated in the system, that should be done. Patient-specific improvements are needed all across the globe. It is not just India.
All right, that's the view from the FDA Commissioner of Maharashtra. Priya, this is just one view, and he seems to say there is systemically nothing is wrong. What does all of this mean? Enhanced inspection, more offices and so on. What does this mean to pharma companies?
Well, absolutely. Indian pharma companies are taking warnings by the US FDA very seriously because margins, after all, will be hit if exports to the US are banned. And in fact, estimates show that margins from exports are almost double from what is received on a domestic basis. So clearly, we need to wait and watch how this pans out for the industry at large.